Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the physical and chemical changes. Physical changes are those changes in which only the physical properties of the substance change but no new substance are formed are called as physical changes. So in the physical change only the physical properties are being changed and no other new substance are being formed. That kind of changes are called as physical change. In these changes, the substance do not change their identity. Their identities are not changed. The substance can easily be converted back to the original form by some physical process. So they can be again changed into the original form. They are temporary. They can be easily reversed. For example, melting of ice. When the ice is melted, it is changed into water. Again, the water can be changed into ice. The ice again can be changed into water. So this kind of change is a physical change. Okay, so no new substance are formed. They are temporary change and they can be easily reversed. Example, melting of ice, boiling of water, freezing of water, breaking of glass tumbler. They all are common physical changes. Then what are chemical changes? So chemical changes are those changes in which new substances are formed. The original substance loses their identity and get converted into new substance. The new substance cannot be converted into the original substance by any physical process. So chemical changes are permanent and they are irreversible. See, burning of paper. When you burn a paper, a new substance is forming called ash. Okay, the original substance, that is paper, has lost the identity and a new substance is formed, has their own properties. Again, they cannot be converted back. The ash cannot be converted back again to the paper. Okay, and they are chemical. These are permanent changes. They cannot be reversed. So these kind of changes are called as chemical changes, like rusting of iron, burning of magnesium ribbon, digestion of food, cooking of food. So these come under chemical changes. Okay, our in-text question of page 24. Classify the following as physical or chemical change, like cutting of trees, it is a chemical change. Melting of butter, it is a physical change. Rusting of almirah, it is a chemical change. Boiling of water is a physical change. Passing electric current through water, it's a chemical change. Okay, now dissolving common salt in water, it's a physical change. Burning of paper, it's a chemical change. Now try to segregate the things around you as a pure substances or mixture. See, whatever the things around you, you have to divide either into the pure substances and mixtures. Like pure substances like water, oxygen, the metals, gold, silver, aluminium, they come under pure substances. Sodium chloride, carbon dioxide, oxygen, they come under pure substances. Whereas mixtures, anything you can take. Steel, it is an alloy. Okay, rubber, air, kerosene oil, ice cream, anything you are making, tea, they come under mixtures. Okay, now pure substances are divided into two types, elements and compound. What are elements? An is defined as a pure substance which can neither be broken or nor built up from a simpler substance by any physical or chemical method. Or an element is defined as a pure substance that contain only one kind of atom. See, like gold, it is made up of only one kind of atom. It is a pure substance. They come under element. Okay, they can neither be broken into simpler substances nor the gold atoms or the gold atoms cannot be broken into simpler substance by any physical or chemical method. Okay, you can also define the element as it is a pure substance that is made up of only one kind of atom. Example, gold, silver, iron, sodium, potassium, etc. These elements are again classified into metals, non-metals and metalloids. We are going to discuss the properties of metals, properties of and the definition of this you have studied in your previous grade. Properties of metal. They are malleable, they are ductile, They are good conductors of heat and electricity. They are lustrous. They are hard. They have high tensile strength. They are solid at room temperature except mercury, which is liquid. They have high melting point and boiling point. They are sonorous. They have high density. These are the properties of metal. Similarly, the properties of non-metal. They are non-malleable but they are brittle, means you can easily break them into pieces. They are non-ductile, means they cannot be changed into wires. They are bad conductors of heat and electricity except graphite. Graphite is a non-metal which is made up of carbon, but it is a good conductor of electricity. They are not lustrous, means they are not shiny. They are soft in nature, means like carbon. It's a soft in nature. You can easily break them into pieces by applying the pressure. They are not strong. They exist in the solid, liquid or gaseous form. Okay, oxygen, it's a non-metal, it exists in the gas form. Bromine, it's a non-metal, it exists in the liquid form. Carbon, it is a non-metal which exists in the form of solid. They have low melting point and boiling point. They are sonorous and they have low densities. Okay, these are properties of metals and properties of non-metals. These are properties of non-metal and these are the properties of metal. They are important. You can get the question for 3 marks question. Then what are metalloids? Elements which have the properties in between those of metals and non-metals are called as metalloids. They are all semiconductors. Okay, they are semi-metals. Example: silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony. Next, our next pure substance is compound. What are compounds? Compounds is defined as a pure substance which are made up of 2 or more elements chemically combined together in a fixed proportion by mass. Once again, we'll go with the definition. Compound is defined as a pure substance made up of 2 or more elements chemically combined together in a fixed proportion by mass. Example: water, carbon dioxide, sodium chloride, oxygen gas, they come under compound. Next, of compound. A compound is always made up of the same element combined together in a fixed proportion by mass. They are always made up of same element, like H2O. Okay, water. If you have taken water, example water. If you have taken water, that is rainwater or water prepared in the lab, they are always made up of same element. They are combined with a fixed proportion by mass. Either you can take the sea water, in that it is made up of H2O. Okay, a chemical compound is formed as a result of the chemical change and its properties are different from those constituents. Okay, next, it can be separated by physical. They have a definite molecular formula. They have fixed melting point and a boiling point, and they are homogeneous substances. Okay, these are the properties of compound. Till here your chapter has been completed. Okay, thank you.